Okay, all right. Brother Abdul-Malik, we are so excited to have you join and tell us about Silat and the solution that you provide to Islamic schools, inshallah, with this program and offering, inshallah.
All right. All right. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. So yeah, I want to let you know first, tell you guys a little bit about Silat and just a little bit about my journey to Silat and why I feel it's such an amazing thing. First off, Silat is a martial arts, similar, but so people ask me, okay, what martial art is Silat closest to? Silat is like a mixture, if you know a little bit about martial arts, it's a mixture between, so it has the kicks of Taekwondo, it has the movement similar to Kung Fu, it's got the power punches of like Muay Thai, it has some of the locks of Aikido, so it's really good mixture of a lot. But the most important thing that attracted me to Silat was the aspect of Islam that is inside of this martial art. I started learning Silat when I was about 15 years old. There was a brother who was half Indonesian. He started teaching at the masjid, MCC in Maryland, if anybody knows, Muslim Community Center. And I started learning it, and I didn't know what the difference between karate, Kung Fu. I just did it because basically it was at the masjid and everyone was doing it. So I continued learning, and you know, I advanced, and finally that class fizzled out, and then I continued to learning at the Embassy of Indonesia, which was about maybe 45 minutes from my house. So I would travel there and I would study, and I reached the highest black belt level. And so during this period of time, you know, I was learning about Silat, and everybody was telling me about Silat and how it's an amazing art, and all of our teachers were really good. They would win in local competitions. And so at one point I was like, okay, I got to go to Indonesia and study it for myself. So I actually went to Indonesia. And let me talk a little bit about Silat in general. Silat is an overarching term for martial arts in the Nusantara region. So what is Nusantara? Nusantara used to be, before the colonialism, they broke up all these different parts, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Brunei, and some of Thailand. But before, it used to be one huge region. And so Silat is from the Nusantara region. So it's it's an umbrella term. And there's a lot of different Silats, okay? There's many different styles. Before the Dutch colonial period, during the Dutch colonial period, before the independence of Indonesia, Silat was outlawed, believe it or not. So this is why they wear, a lot of the Silat schools wear black uniform, because it was underground and it was kind of secret. And they used it in the Silat in the revolution, in their independence. So some of the techniques were refined during the fight against the British, Islam actually, believe it or not, was one of the reasons why, you know, Indonesia is one of the largest Muslim populated countries in the world. And one of the reasons, if you look into the history of how Islam spread so fast, Silat actually had a lot to do with it, because a lot of the Silat masters, and initially when Islam, they accepted Islam and they promoted Islam, and in some instances, they promoted it through what they call the pesantren. I don't know if you maybe heard of this term, but it's like madrasa, and that's the word in Indonesian language. It is the pesantren. So yeah, so they basically had this, they would teach and they would incorporate Islam into it. Now, not all Silat, because Silat came before Islam. So Islam, you know, the fighting arts of Indonesia was there before Islam. And then when Islam came, as you know, Islam does, you know, just like when Islam came to the Muslims in Arabia, they took the good and kind of pushed away the bad, you know? So, so when Muslims, a lot of times some of for example, some of the weapons might have some faces on it or some weird things that may be a little controversial. So a lot of the Silat masters, they changed that. And in fact, some of them, they put Arabic on it and to show that, you know, this is the new Silat. And there's two terms, and I'm going a lot into detail because I know you guys are educators. So I want to give you a good roundabout understanding of Silat. There's two terms. Sometimes you use Silat and Pencak Silat. And the reason why they use, if you see in the picture in the back, it says Pencak Silat. Pencak was a term used in Indonesia in certain areas. So it wasn't called Silat, it was called Pencak. And so after the independence and after, you know, all of the countries in Nusantara gathered together, they formed it as a compound word, Pencak Silat. So basically brings everybody in, all the different Silat schools. So I guess I want to make sure I have, where am I? I want to add, so what I was going to do is I was going to, you know, maybe show you a couple of techniques about Silat. And then we do online classes. And this is something that, this is not my full-time. I have a full-time job as a web developer, but I feel that it really influenced my life growing up. The discipline, the connection to Islam, the ability to actually go and compete. This is huge. This sport, as Silat as a sport, is huge. It was in the Asian Games. There's Olympics, and then there's this thing called the Asian Games. It's right under, like, the next caliber down from the Olympics. So Asian Games and the Olympics. So it was featured in the Asian Games. That's how big Silat is over there. But most of us as Muslims, we haven't even heard about Silat, you know, which is a little bit sad, you know, on the part of, I guess, the Silat community, because this is huge opportunity for Muslims to study something that is linked. Not all Silats are linked with Islam. Like I said, there's some that maybe are in Bali. Bali has other faiths, but majority, I'd say 90%, 99%, or no, maybe 95% are Silat Islamic-based art form. So before I go into it, does anybody have any questions, or you know, I can answer. I've been going on for a while. Is there any questions that anybody might have?
Assalamualaikum. I just had a question. I myself and Suhair, I think somebody else on there, we're in the LA area.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know anybody in our area that perhaps could do like a virtual demo, and you know, they could also like put their card, their information.
So that's one of the problems. The main thing is Silat is not very popular, not very known. There are, I might know one guy who practices with his family, but really Silat is not that well known. And that's one of the reasons why I said, okay, how can we offer this to the Muslim schools? I can maybe try to put you in touch with a brother who I think might live in LA. I don't know if he's teaching, he's an older guy. I don't know if he's teaching kids. And so there's a lot of things that when it comes to Silat that we need to continue to work. But
Brother Abdul-Malik,
yes.
you know, being that this is what you're providing is virtual, Sister Lisa, I guess, maybe you're asking just so that there could be continuity, inshallah, when things get back to normal and you guys open up in person.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, can I do one? Sure.
Yeah, I was just thinking if there's somebody local, you know, I always like to give business to the local Muslims, you know, but if that's not an option, yeah, if you could perhaps do like a virtual thing, and at the end, you know, you put your, you know, for more information, like we don't do direct advertisement per se at our school.
Yeah.
Right.
At the same time, anybody who does a virtual demo, normally we allow them, like if they were at campus, to pass flyers and stuff. So the same thing would work virtually, that, you know, you provide a free demo for, you know, our students and stuff. And at the end, you know, just a little, for more information, you know, you could advertise your business, you know.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because it seems like a really cool thing for Muslim kids, especially middle school, high school. We can't, I mean, our time is packed. We can't do it part of the schedule, but definitely something to let kids know about, and at least if nothing, awareness.
That's my whole goal. So just to get people aware about it, aware of the Silat as an art form.
All right, Brother Abdul-Malik, I know you've got 5 minutes, and maybe Brother Abdul-Malik, what we could do is afterwards you could provide me with the information on how Islamic schools can get in touch with you.
Sure.
And I mean, like, one of the things that I wonder as a parent is that, like, my kid's Islamic school isn't offering PE right now. So
Right.
maybe Islamic schools could work with you to offer this as an add-on, and there's a benefit for the Islamic school because they're helping to drive that. I don't know. You know, there
Yeah.
could be something where you discuss that with them.
Yeah, I mean, one of the most important things is awareness and basically letting people know about this amazing art. So I'd be willing to work with other people. If you guys want me to do demos at your school, online demos, that's fine. And as the pandemic comes down, if you guys want to, you know, fly me out there or do whatever, I'll be willing to do an in-person demo or something like that for anybody.
And homeschoolers also.
Homeschoolers, yeah. I was homeschooled, by the way, too. And
Oh,
so,
great.
Hence able to develop so many talents, mashallah. That's really an incredible journey, brother Abdul-Malik, though. I mean, honestly, that you went all the way to Indonesia to also understand this and learn it better. It's amazing.
Yeah, and it was, I've just not been once. I've been there multiple times, and actually I have a video, if you really want, I have a YouTube video of my travels all across the Nusantara area, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore. I didn't go to Brunei, but that whole area. I've been to Thailand. There's a huge Muslim community in Thailand that practices Silat. So it's something that I really feel that if you get nothing other, I don't know if we have time to show, maybe show a move or two. But,
yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it, okay. But, okay, so one of the things that in Silat, we have this thing called jurus. Jurus is basically forms a couple of movements. And the whole idea behind Silat, a lot of times the concept is that you do not start out in aggression. If there's some martial arts, they start out like this, with closed fist. In Silat, it's very rare where you're gonna have a closed fist, two closed fists. There's always one open and one either two open or just one open, most likely. If in a Silat sport, if they see you with two hands closed like this, the judge will be like, open up the hands. The reason why is because of the Islamic aspect of always trying to be, trying to find the best solution. You know, when the Quran says, if they incline to peace, then you should incline to it also. This is an ayat in the Quran, you know?
Oh, mashallah, mashallah.
Yeah, so this in the concept in Silat, so the first form we learn looks like this. It comes up like this.
Well,
and
I'm gonna stop
off,
this here so we can see you. Okay.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No,
All
we're
right.
good. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, you can see. All right. So we're here. So the first one, you come here, and then you come here, and you can see this is a position of salah. You know, right hand over left. This form is practiced all over the world, and this is one of the forms that is competed in the Asian Games at the highest levels. So whatever religion you see people, they're doing this. This is how they start the form, like this. Okay. Which is a position of salah, which is one of the positions. So then you come up, and then it's hard to do, but I want to show it to you because you can see the hands are open. Okay, again, a very non-aggressive type of, we start out the form non-aggressively, offering peace in a sense, okay? All right, somebody punches, and then we kind of bring it up, and then we push them away. This is the form, so you're pushing, okay? You're still not attacking them, all right? So then after that, they strike, and then this is basically a type of block, and you're pulling in. Finally, then you grab, you hit, then you kick, then you punch, and then that's the first form, okay? So it's a little complicated, but I'm gonna go through it one more time just so you guys can understand the philosophy behind Silat, where this is a position of submission to your creator, all right? And then it comes down, 1, 2, a position of humility and prayer, okay?
Cool.
And you come here, a position of offering peace first, okay? Even though this is a technique, there's a technique for this. There's a reason behind every move. Up, then you push, right? And there's a pushing motion where you're just trying to push them away. They continue to attack, then you grab, you haven't hurt them yet. You just grab, and then you're pulling their hand with you. This is a whole technique that I can talk about for a while. What are you doing here? Then you grab, knee them, kick them, and then you punch this way, boom, and then the form goes on and on and on. So that's just a little basic about Silat.
That's fun, Brother
Yeah.
Abdul-Malik. I can see, I mean, we have to build that in, you know, with our online and remote learning. We have to. And I love that this integrates Islam. Like, we need to stop just closing up Islam to Islamic studies, right? Like, this is what has to happen in Islamic schools, inshallah. Brother Ahmad, do you have something you wanted to say?
Actually, I enjoyed watching you because in your movement, you have a good demo style. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase you in knowledge and make you beneficial. I have a comment on it. I admire the way this movement is so much integrated and interlinked with act of worship, closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Like you say, you do this. You say we're dependent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, asking for help. Then you came in the act of worship and devotion, like a salah position. And then it's so beautiful to see that Islam is really integrated in it at first. We're not those who aggress first. First, we do a reconciliation, like a safh, as we say. So it was, mashallah, so beautiful, step by step. And the reason I see that this is so important to inculcate, in Arabic, there is a word called ghars. So when you sow these concepts from the conceptual perspective from a younger age, that Islam is a real peaceful religion. And while it integrates self-defense also. SubhanAllah, so beautiful. So beautiful. And I enjoyed your demo.
Thank you.
Next time, Brother Ahmad, you're also going to be participating. You're not just going to watch, you're going to participate. Brother Abdul-Malik, I'm conscious of your time, and I know that we're already over. I really appreciate you joining us, and we're going to include this recording on our website, inshallah. And please do send me the YouTube video and any pricing information you might have so that I can share that out. We really appreciate Silat. Silat is also a corporate member of ISLA. And as you guys know, those memberships really help power us. Brother Abdul-Malik, don't want to hold you any longer. Jazakumullah khairan. Really appreciate it. And inshallah, I'll connect with you offline as well.
Sister Shazza, just real quick.
Yes, I focus on students from below, basically high school and down.
Sister Sarah, just excuse me. Brother Abdul-Malik, can you just real quick tell me the source, like where it goes, like from where it originated?
The
like,
Silat?
like